Biodiesel Magazine's 2014 Editorial Outlook webinar. Apologize for starting late. We had a minor technical difficulty. I want to thank you for joining us today. My name is Ron Cutterba. I'm the editor of Biodiesel Magazine, a bi-monthly print journal dedicated to covering all things biodiesel. Next year, Biodiesel Magazine is going to be entering its 11th year of production. We've seen this industry through the tough times and through the great times, and I think it's safe to say that 2013 was certainly a milestone year for the U.S. biodiesel industry. The National Biodiesel Board is projecting 1.7 billion gallons of U.S. biodiesel production this year, surpassing the federal renewable fuel standard requirement of 1.28 billion gallons by more than 30%. That's impressive. It's impressive growth that must be continued, and while no one knows exactly yet what the future will bring with respect to U.S. federal policy, you can certainly count on the biodiesel industry to continue doing more than its part in reducing petroleum consumption, creating jobs, creating a cleaner environment, and providing a more secure energy future for all of us. And Biodiesel Magazine will be there covering the important issues, not only important issues to the U.S. industry, but to the global biodiesel complex, whether it's trade, policy, technology, fuel quality, feedstock, or production. You can certainly count on Biodiesel Magazine to bring you the latest news and perspective from around the globe. We are the only biofuel magazine dedicated exclusively to biodiesel. Biodiesel is our business. It's what we do, and it's what we're going to continue to do like no other. Next slide, please. Just a quick rundown of our presentation today. We're going to be moving at a fast pace. We'll discuss who reads the print edition of Biodiesel Magazine, our audience and circulation, and statistics from our website. Of course, the website is biodieselmagazine.com, and our weekly e-newsletter. And then we're going to discuss Biodiesel Magazine's social media presence. After that, we're going to talk about the mainstay components of our print magazine, the various departments, what we do every issue, followed by an overview of our 2014 editorial calendar. Finally, we will provide you with details on a special advertising discount for those of you on the call today. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to BBI International Marketing Director, John Nelson. John? While we're waiting for John to join us, I'd like to move right along into, and then John, whenever you get a chance, just hop in and join us here. But wanted to move right along to talk about some of the departments in the magazine. If we can go to slide, there we go. What you're looking at here is the contents page from our July-August issue of Biodiesel Magazine. The theme of that particular issue is the distribution infrastructure, and as you can see here, we have feature articles that cover the themes of the editorial calendar. I wrote a feature article here on the blending infrastructure, how companies like Kinder Morgan and others are adding biodiesel blending capabilities at a pretty fast clip in order to get that increased production out there into the distribution infrastructure and ultimately into the fuel tanks of those diesel operators around the country. Not only do we cover the for this particular issue, not only did we cover the physical infrastructure that facilitates the wet gallons, but if you think about it, the RINs that are generated when biodiesel is made also has a sort of a distribution infrastructure of itself. And in this particular issue, we covered that the EPA's RIN cap proposal, quality assurance plan, and you can kind of think of that as an abstract distribution for the RIN that's generated. Also, every month we secure contributions from industry experts around the world. This particular issue, we had Gavin Carpenter with Sequential Pacific Biodiesel talking about how to think outside the box and expand distribution channels. We also secured Scott Fenwick prior to his joining the National Biodiesel Board as the new technical director. He was with Bureau Veritas and Spectra, and he gave us his perspective on Argentina's biodiesel growth concerns after the EU put tariffs in place on imported biodiesel. We also had Rich Weiner with Frederickson and Byron talking about the legal aspect of those tariffs.
So, Ron, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, John.
All right. I'm going to, if it's okay, I'm going to jump back to the other slide.
Absolutely.
Thanks again, everyone, for being on today, and appreciate your patience as we work through our technical difficulties. So, as a marketing, sales, business development, or advertising professional, or even an owner of a company, we are constantly looking for cost-effective ways to promote our products or services to the right audience. If you are currently in or looking to explore the biodiesel market, Biodiesel Magazine is the industry's most recognizable publication and offers the best opportunity to gain mass exposure in this niche market. Biodiesel Magazine's print edition is distributed to 5,000 readers 6 times a year. More importantly, 860 of those readers are current or future producers of biofuels. And in addition to the 860 producers from around the globe, we mail a copy of Biodiesel Magazine to all attendees of the National Biodiesel Conference, as well as a number of other important industry events Ron is going to cover in a moment. And as you can see on the slide here, with readers in 41 countries, the largest category of our circulation consists of producers, who represent 21% of our readership base. The graph also shows the next types of companies subscribed. They are consultants, equipment and services, technology providers, academics, and so on. By purchasing advertising in Biodiesel Magazine, you can be assured that you are reaching the right people in the biodiesel industry. Biodiesel Magazine's web presence has grown leaps and bounds during the last few years. Through the use of our ongoing stories being posted to the site, search engine optimization, content from maps, blogs, the biodiesel store, and the biodiesel industry directory, we have increased our traffic to the numbers you see on this slide. I also want to know that these numbers are based on Google Analytics and were last updated June 2013. I also would like to note that if you are interested in getting even more specifics, you can contact an account representative. Chip, Kelsey, Howie, or Brittany are more than happy to share any information with you. Now, for some updated numbers to date, in 2013, we continue to average nearly 59,000 page views or impressions each month and 33,000 visitors per month. And based on the slide in front of you, 11.2% of our visitors are on mobile devices. We are now seeing this increase to 15.6%. And this is being driven by the increased use of mobile devices and tablets. The site also contains a most viewed feature and a most commented section that helps visitors find the most relevant stories and important stories. In the end, keeping visitors on the site longer. So what does that mean to you as an advertiser? It hopefully means if you purchase online advertising, more eyeballs will be on your ad, the impressions go up, clicks to your website increase, and hopefully you gain more business. We have visitors to our website from around the globe. The slide in front of you shows the top 10 visits by country. Clearly, the U.S. is at the top by a large margin, with Canada, UK, India, and Australia following. The next graph demonstrates each country's pages per visit rate. Visitors from China actually visit more pages than visitors from other countries, followed by the U.S. and Canada. This is demonstrating that many companies from around the globe, not just the U.S., are looking to understand the latest biodiesel technologies and policies. So why are we showing you a slide on social media? This slide is here to make you aware that we are actively promoting our stories on all the sites you see listed. And based on Google Analytics, we are seeing traffic come in from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the other social media sites you see listed in front of you. If you are following this industry, you've probably seen many of our posts. Every story, every important policy change, every event is posted to these sites. To give you an example, during the past year and a half, we have tweeted 1,771 times and accumulated 2,632 Twitter followers. The goal of all this activity is to bring visitors back to biodieselmagazine.com to read our stories and see your online advertisements or your print advertisements in the digital issue of the magazine. Now, before I go and hand it over to Ron, one point that I believe many of you would find extremely beneficial is that we have an outstanding art department that helps produce this magazine. When you purchase an advertisement with Biodiesel Magazine, you gain access to the art department to help you design and create your advertisements free of charge. It can be a huge cost savings to you, the advertiser, and that point many times goes under the radar. So I definitely want to give that a little attention. With that said, I appreciate your time and now hand it back over to Ron Carba.
Thank you, John. If we can go back to the inside slide, there we go. To continue my discussion on the mainstay departments we have in the magazine, not only do we have staff-written feature articles, contributions from industry experts, columns from industry experts, we've also, every issue, we also feature a 4-page section from the National Biodiesel Board, where your trade organization discusses its activities to help foster growth for biodiesel producers and your businesses. We also feature the latest biodiesel news and information in our front-end department, and of course, biodiesel business happenings in our business brief section. Next slide, please. What I'd like to discuss with you right now is our editorial calendar for 2014. What you see here on the screen is a visual of the of 6 of the issues we've done in the most recent past, with the exception for the Plant Maintenance Essentials cover you see there. That was our November-December 2012 issue. Next slide, please. January, February 2014. This is by far one of the most popular editions of the magazine. It is distributed in conference bags at the at the National Biodiesel Conference, particularly this 2014 January-February issue will certainly be issued in the conference bags at the 2014 conference in January in San Diego. It's going to be 1,500 attendees expected at that conference. The theme of the issue is process technology and plant optimization. What you're looking at here on the left is our cover of the 2013 January-February issue. That's inside the Big Island biodiesel plant in Hawaii, owned and operated by Pacific Biodiesel Technologies. In this theme, we cover processing equipment, technology providers, novel techniques, energy innovations, efficiencies, and services. And I think, the biodiesel industry has so many variations in front-end pretreatment, various reaction technologies and fuel cleaning technologies exist. And I can't underscore enough how important technology breakthroughs are in biodiesel, particularly with unstable government policies, whether it's in the EU or the U.S. Low-cost producers will always have the advantage, will always have the edge. Very important topic. and of course, very important issue. Again, it will be distributed at the National Biodiesel Conference, 1,500 attendees. Next slide, please. Biodiesel purification and co-product utilization. You know, what you're looking at here is our March-April 2013 issue cover. You know, one of the things we did in 2013 is I believe in 2012 as well, is we removed glycerin from our editorial calendar, and a popular demand, we brought it back. Glycerin articles that we write are typically one of the more popular articles on our website. You know, and on biodiesel purification, you know, there's been numerous adjustments in the 6751 ASTM biodiesel spec over the years, and you know, with greater feedstock greater incorporation of low-cost feedstocks, and along with the tightening specifications, I think it's back-end purification techniques are probably more important than ever. This issue, March-April 2014, will be distributed also at the National Biodiesel Conference. It's actually going to be mailed to all of the attendees of the conference. That'll be 1,500 biodiesel dedicated producers, equipment providers, a very specific audience. To get your message to them, certainly contact one of our account representatives, and they'd be happy to help you. Next slide, please. May, June 2014, feedstock focus. You know, this year we saw corn oil extracted from the back end of ethanol plants rising in its place in the biodiesel feedstock market. This particular issue, where you're looking at distillers corn oil, was our May, June 2013 cover of Biodiesel magazine. This magazine was distributed at the 2013 Fuel Ethanol Workshop, where, of course, ethanol producers who extract corn oil were able to get their hands on the magazine, and there was 2,000 attendees. The 2014 May-June issue will also be distributed at the International Fuel Ethanol Workshop and Expo. Again, you know, feedstock is one of those important issues that many believe constrains the biodiesel industry, and so the more feedstock available, the less constraints on the industry to blow those production numbers out of the water like we're doing this year. Next slide, please. Well, we discussed this particular issue when we were talking about the inside components of the magazine. July, August 2014, editorial theme is distribution infrastructure. We're talking blending equipment and services, pumps, logistics, terminal automation, fuel marketing. You know, the distribution infrastructure is sort of where the rubber meets the road, and where you get biodiesel from the producer into the hands of the users. Its importance can't be overlooked. Bonus distribution for this particular issue, the July-August 2014 issue of Biodiesel magazine, will be distributed at the 2014 Collective Biodiesel Conference, 250 attendees. Next slide, please. Many of you who get the magazine will recognize this as our most recent print edition. What you're looking at here is inside the Community Fuels biodiesel plant in Port of Stockton, California. Community Fuels provided us with a great industry contribution article on quality and its journey throughout the years in quality improvements. And as the cover says, quality is an industry imperative. Biodiesel quality has been one of those issues over the years that has needed attention, and with the tightening specifications in 6751, along with a host of other things, the industry has finally gotten back on track with quality, and I think we've probably seen the best quality biodiesel out there that the industry has ever seen right now. In this issue, we cover testing and analytical equipment and services, fuel specification developments, biodiesel fuel quality assurance, and laboratory services. I would have to say this is also by far one of our most popular issues. Bonus distribution is the 2014 Algae Biomass Summit, 750 attendees, and the 2014 National Advanced Biofuels Conference and Expo, 350 attendees. Next slide, please. Well, what you're seeing here is a sneak preview. We haven't gone to print yet with this issue. We're going to print tomorrow. This is the plant maintenance and safety / fuel additives issue. You know, when you're published only 6 times a year, there are a lot of important topics and themes to cover. This is why this is a split theme. But you know, fire safety, again, it's one of those issues over the years that the biodiesel industry wishes its record was better. Of course, we've had some plant fires over the past year. In this particular issue, I talked with state fire marshals and expert consultants about ways biodiesel producers can develop best practices and make sure, most importantly, that they get followed. In this issue, in this editorial theme, we cover personnel safety programs, process safety management, OSHA compliance, fire and accident prevention, equipment and services, fuel stabilizers, cold flow additives, and dosing. On the fuel additive side for this issue, November, December 2013, we have an industry contribution article from Clariant OMS about their Dottie flow, cold flow improvers for biodiesel. They also discuss HVO blends or hydrogenated vegetable as renewable diesel blends. And actually this article is particularly targeted toward the European market, where they have fuel blends of biodiesel, HVO, and diesel fuels. So it's an interesting article, an interesting issue. We're going to print with that tomorrow. And bonus distribution is for the 2014 issue of the November-December issue will be distributed at the Canadian Renewable Fuel Summit, 350 attendees. And I want to thank you for your time. With that, I'm going to hand it back over to John Nelson, who will discuss a special advertising rate for those of you on the call.
All right. Thank you, Ron. It was extremely comprehensive and helpful. What we'd like to offer you as a participant of this webinar is an exclusive discount. And again, it's only to you as an attendee of this webinar. But if you are looking at advertising either for the first time or have advertised in the past and want to get back into Biodiesel Magazine, we're going to offer you a 20% discount on a full-page or half-page print advertisement. And so this offer does expire at the beginning of 2014, so January 1st, 2014. And to take advantage of it, you can either contact your account representative if you know who your account representative is. If you do not, you can contact us at service@bbiinternational.com or call us at 866-746-8385. And any final words, Ron?
Yes, I would just like to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. And we look forward to a strong year in 2014 and look forward to working with all of you. Thank you for joining us, everybody.